So, bit of a non-standard video today. If the audio is different or anything, it's because I'm on a different device. But I figured I had to get this out and talk about spring cleaning. The short version is the disclaimer right up front. If it does not make sense financially for you to spend, if you would feel ashamed telling someone about it, think very seriously before you do, right? Like, this is ultimately a game. If you're playing with people who will kick you for not spending, you don't have to play with those people, right? So try and make sure you're doing something that makes sense for you. With that said, let's assume you are going to spend. We actually did the math on my stream today, which I'll go ahead and link in the description, where I was talking to Slaymon, a fellow SSX officer who tends to spend a little bit less than myself, and Vega at For Loki, who tends to spend a bit more. And we just talked about our thoughts on the offers. When I say we did the math, I mean that even if you buy all of the available doubloons here in the unit store, even if you grind out everything for the arena, you cannot get all of the bundles. So prioritizing what you get is going to be important. What we talked about there is that bundles 1 and 2 aren't great value compared to some of those later on in the store. So we personally would not recommend those unless like you've gotten everything else of that type and really need the extra. I feel similarly about bundle 5 or even bundle 4 or sorry, or even bundle 3. Like bundle 3 is a decent way to pick up T4CC or get you over the line to a tier 5 class catalyst, but these are lower level offers for a reason. Bundle 4 is possibly the except or sorry, bundle 4 and 6 are the exceptions out of these early ones. Bundle 4 is a pretty good rate if you're behind on tier 5 basic, and if you get two of these, you get 10 tier 5 basics and 30,000 6-star shards, which is either 3 basic crystals or 2 features. That's a solid rate for what's about $100 worth of doubloons. And remember, when you are evaluating this, it's $100 worth of doubloons, but you also get $100 worth of units that you can then use elsewhere in the game or save up for July 4th, something like that. Again, never feel pressure to spend in this game if you can help it, but this is not one of the worst times to spend. You are getting a fair amount of value. Similarly, Bundle 6, for the equivalent of about $50 in doubloons, can give you some tier 4 class catalyst selectors, which I know a lot of us are in desperate need of, and 30 generic sig stones. That's a very big deal. Bundle 7 I wouldn't prioritize too highly unless you're buying a lot of things. Same idea with Bundle 8. I don't think a Nexus Crystal is so good that it's worth only one catalyst over here. I think Bundle 8 is pretty bad value. Bundle 9 is solid actually, because as I said on stream, this is like $70-$80 worth of doubloons. And if they just put out 50 tier 4 class catalyst crystals and 15,000 6-star shards for 70 or $80, you'd probably get a lot of takers. That's pretty good value. Okay, they fixed the icon for this. So I think bundle 12 is definitely going to be an appealing one for a lot of people. This is around the $50 range for a generic awakening gem, which is amazing because these are still one of the rarest items in the game. I'm thinking very strongly about picking that one up. Bundle 11 is the major milk the whales offer. You need to get 300, you need to pick up all 3 Odins basically to get enough doubloons to get this one. And if you max it out, you're going to get 1.5 of each of these 2 types of catalysts, as well as 4 tier 5 class catalysts. This goes a long way towards your next rank 4. Or for some of you, it may even get you there. It's also expensive. I'm not going to recommend this one, but especially if you feel like this is a more efficient use of your time potentially than finishing Karinas, if you've missed out on some offers in the past, maybe if you didn't get to do Summer of Pain or Grandmaster's Gauntlet, and this is what gets you over the line for Paragon, and again, it makes sense for you to spend, then this one has by far the largest chunk of those resources. I'm going to skip over bundle 10 for now just to talk about 13 and 14. These are also a fair amount of those resources, and you can get a lot of them, right? It's a bunch of Cavalier Nexus crystals, and each of these is a little over half of the relevant catalyst for about $90 worth of doubloons. So much, much worse rate. You will pick these up if you're like maxing things out, or if they're the little bit of extra you need to get over the line towards another rank. I think there are a lot of people who will be grabbing those, but because Cavalier crystals, even when they're nexuses, can be pretty bad return on value, and because these are such small amounts, I think 13 and 14 are even more for the whales than bundle 11 is, despite the, on face value, lower costs. Bundle 10, I think, is pretty mediocre. Like, yes, you can pick up 5 tier 2 alphas and 15 6-star stone crystals, but, like, the cost of that, 112,000, you'd probably be better off just getting bundle 6 once, or 1.5, or getting it twice, right? So I would recommend most people skip bundle 10. Bundle 15, like I said, I don't value 6-star Nexus crystals all that highly because it still comes from the basic pool. You can absolutely get a choice between 3 terrible champions. So think about this one as basically 30-40 bucks for take up a champion of your choice from rank 1 to rank 3, right? Now, there are a lot of offers here. They all have different purchase limits. There are a lot of, well, we lost the war. Spoiler for Monday's video. But there are a lot of doubloons on offer here. There are also these which give you gold or potentially gold pool. Realistically, it's just a bunch of gold. There's also an arena that you can grind out for 120,000 doubloons. Whatever you plan on doing, I'm including in this video this spreadsheet, a link to it. What you're going to want to do is follow the link and then go to File and make a copy right here, because then you will be able to edit it yourself and put in what you plan to do. Now, if you are going the full free-to-play route, then they sent us 30,000 doubloons in the mail, and you can grind out the arena for another 120,000, like I said. So you have 150 to work with. I went ahead and programmed this so that the bundle cost adds up all of these. So if you get like if you get one of bundle 1, see how that goes ahead and fills in the bundle cost and then tells you how many you have left over. It will also tell you what you cannot afford under the current model. So let's say go over to bundle 11, put in 1, that leftover is negative. So the only way you can grab bundle 11 is if you spend at least a little bit. But you could pick up what is it, say 5? Yeah, 5 of bundle 13 without too much trouble. So you can use this spreadsheet to try and get that leftover cost down to 0. Like, let's say I say 7 of bundle 13. Now I'm only 3,000 left. There are no bundles for 3,000, so that 3,000 will turn into gold at the end of the event, but that would be a fairly efficient use of everything that I have. Now, like I said, I would actually recommend you do something more like pick up 2 of bundle 6. I think that is a much better use. Apologies for the birds if they're coming through. But this spreadsheet allows you to go through and customize that and do what you want to with that. If you are going to spend, let's say you pick up 2 Odins, that's going to populate the offer doubloons. And see, now we have more to work with. Remember I said bundle 11 was quite good. Maybe you pick up 3 of that because you really want the R4 materials. You pick up 2 of bundle 6, that's your next highest priority. Do I have enough left for bundle 4? No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to pick up something else, maybe some of 5 or 7. You see how this works. You go through this and you figure out for how much I'm spending, which are the offers up top here, and for what I want, what's the combination of bundles that I need to put together to use those doubloons efficiently. I do not have an answer yet for what I'm going to get. I'm not even sure if I'm going to spend because I did grind out the 7.4 offer and spent it this morning. That's why you saw I had 31 units earlier. So I'm going to be Paragon either way. But the offer is solid here. I'm definitely going to at least spend my free doubloons on 2 of Bundle 6. I think I'm just going to leave that in there even for when you make a copy of it. Um, but yeah, take a look at the spreadsheet, spend some time with it, try and figure out what makes sense for your account. And if you are doing anything that requires you to open crystals, then good luck on your polls. Hope everybody can enjoy this weekend, whether you spend money or not. And I will catch y'all streaming again soon. So, like I said, I started the final run on Kang and did buy the offer. I will be streaming the other 5 paths later today. And so, hopefully, I can catch you on stream then. Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, take care.